Will you just go hit the light for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Yes, please. Yeah, you just pull it. You might have to grab that top one. Just grab the top blind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like right at the top so it doesn't break, and then just slide it all the way over. There you go. Cool. Thank you. What's that? She's under my feet. She's sleeping. Okay. Which means I can take this pouch off. Let's get it there for right now. All right. Good morning, everybody. It is 9:23 on a Monday. We'll be getting on a little bit earlier here in the coming days, but for the most part, we're getting right back to it. Had a nice little fun fishing vacay over the weekend. Made for a good time. So now it's time to get back to work. So we've got a few leads that need us to call them this morning and see if we can get them some leads. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Start here with Mr. Grabowski.
Well, why don't you pull up the Microsoft?
Oh, yeah, done. That's a good idea. Oh, let me close out all these tabs. That's what I was wondering. I was like, I had something over here in this corner. I don't remember what it was. That's what it was. It's my phone link. There we go. I'm going to keep my Robinhood open because today's going to be a good day. Perfect. I need to get some music going. I need to get some music going.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 46926187751 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yes, hi, Mr. Grabowski. This is Chris Beery. You spoke with one of my associates a few days ago about your property there on Alameda Court. They mentioned that you might be moving, looking to sell that property. If you would give me a call back when you can, my phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Okay, so same thing. We left him a message. Call him tomorrow. Save. Gonna dismiss him. Move on to the next one. Ooh. Repairs are needed, but it has a new roof. So here we go. Here's our next one.
This one sounds juicy.
This one sounds juicy. When they tell me that it needs repairs up front and they want to sell, yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, sir.
And Pinehurst. Cool.
Granbury.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man. I don't sleep on Granbury. There's good deals that happen out there. Oh, but it's in Pecan Plantation.
What's in the what?
Pecan Plantation.
What is that?
It's a little township inside of Granbury. So it's technically a Granbury address, but Pecan Plantation is like this own little subdivision. Honestly, it's really hard to sell stuff in here. So, like, if I were to run comps on this one real quick, I can show you. It's a beautiful neighborhood. Plenty of people would want to live there.
Mm-hmm.
But the HOA itself is really restrictive. It's got like anywhere between like $4,000, $6,000 just transfer fee. Just when you buy a house, you got to pay like $4,000 to $6,000 just to move in, just to be able to join the HOA, and it's mandatory. You have to pay it.
I've never understood the HOA because they're not government directed. But
They are and they're not. They have a lot of, how do I describe it? They have a lot of control. They have a lot of power. So look, I just little tiny like Pecan Plantation is huge. So see this whole little thing here, where the bend of this river is.
That kind of like triple
Here, I'll just show you.
oval thing.
Yeah, I'll just draw around all of Pecan Plantation. This is all Pecan Plantation right here. So
okay.
in that little zone, there are. If I just look, I just want to look at what's on the market. Let me get rid of these pending and solds. And so stuff does sell in here, but you have to price it so aggressively.
Like very high or very low?
Yep. Very, very low.
Oh,
Very low. Yeah. In order for it to sell reliably. But I mean, yeah, like that's a lot of data points just in one neighborhood. The prices are all over the place. So we're gonna call her, but it's
we have to get an amazing price for you.
we have to get an amazing price. Yeah, we just have to get an amazing price, and I also have to take the risk of knowing that like to sell it, I'm gonna pay $6,000 in just a junk fee just to buy it,
Yeah.
and then my buyer is gonna have to pay that same junk fee again when they sell it. So much so that I'm gonna say let's skip her. Let's call her last.
I mean, could you just like add that fee into like factor it into when you're buying it from these people? Like let's say let's say we like the price at, I'm just throwing ballpark here. Let's say we like the price at 95,000.
Right.
Like we both agree, we both like it, and then you realize you got like $5,000 in fees.
So that's one of the. So yeah, I don't want to find that out after the fact for sure, right?
Mhm.
That's the other things. I don't want to find that out after the fact.
So you drop it down $5,000 before. Be like,
Correct.
this covers the fees as well.
Exactly. And this guy's got a vacant lot that he wants $225,000 for. I doubt we'll be able to do that, but let's give him a call. Let's see what's going on.
Vacant lot, just land.
Just land.
How many acres?
One.
Hello, this is JD.
Hi, Jamie. This is Chris Beery with B&H Realty. You spoke with one of my associates a couple days ago about that vacant lot you've got out there in Bluffdale.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to touch base with you on that one. I've got some scratchy notes here in front of me, but I just wanted to see if you could catch me up to speed. What are your plans for that property?
Hang on to it until somebody gives me a good price on it. I mean,
Okay.
It doesn't have to be sold. I'm not trying to sell it. It's
Okay.
not listed or anything, but if somebody really wants it and values it more than I do, then they'll have to pay for it. But
Sure. I get that.
It's a good property. It's a very, very valuable property. It's on water. We fished a lot there. We have a kayak shack there. We've got kayaks in there and go out on the water, and it faces a good part of the lake. Of course, the whole lake's pretty, but
Sure.
kind of secluded away from the city.
Yeah.
People that like that will value that, and we actually live here in the neighborhood. We just don't live on that property.
Okay. Was
but,
the plan to eventually just build on it and do something like that, or what was
Yeah,
it?
if we still have it when we're 65, we might, build something on it that we dreamed about. I don't know. We started that process last year, and then found this property. It's got 5 acres and sorry, that's my dog wailing in the background. But
That's all
anyway.
I've got one sleeping at my feet, so she
Yeah,
might get started
yeah.
too.
He just one side of his bedroom. So, but anyways, that's all it is. We're not trying to sell a thing. We enjoy having it. But anyways, if you had an offer, I'll hear it.
Okay. Did you have a number in mind, or one that would just make you go, "Yeah, I'd sell it"?
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be the one next to it is actually smaller by a hair, and probably a little more difficult to work with if you're going to build on it.
Right.
Than ours is. Ours has a pretty good spot on it to build on, and it has that kayak shack already built and
Sure.
down by the water. But and I've done a lot of pruning and cutting back on trees and stuff. So I've done a little development there. But anyways, the one next to it went for I believe 113 or 115 or something like that. You could probably look it up if you have access to that stuff, but or an MLS, whatever.
Yep.
But it was a little bit smaller, undeveloped. The only thing it had on it, it had a septic tank already put in.
Oh, okay.
You know, people had started to build on there, but they didn't. And I think it had electrical running down the hill to the spot.
Yep.
I don't have that. But
Okay.
the electrical and water is up by the road, you know,
Sure.
like it is for everybody else. But
Right.
that one went for, I want to say, I have a buddy that's a realtor. He said it went for 113, 120, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it
So
with the
I would
septic
say
tank and
mine would
utilities?
be somewhere a cut above that, I would say.
Okay. But you said you don't have utilities in a buildable spot or a septic tank in place?
No,
Okay.
we weren't going to do that unless we built there. I don't
Sure.
know why those people did it, because they never did build there.
It's a good idea as far as if you're gonna, so, you know, every asset type has its own kind of ability to add value to it to make it worth more
Sure.
than what you put into it. You know, people know what it takes to make a house worth more money. You fix up the bathrooms and you fix up the kitchen and boom, it's worth more money.
Yeah.
Land is very similar, but the things that you do to it is you clear it, you get utilities in a buildable spot, and you put in infrastructure, you know, septic tank. Sometimes you need sewage lines if it's going to be municipal utilities,
Yeah.
things like that.
Just get it ready.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I would say that probably means they are probably a cut above you between you and I, because they've got a waterfront property. The size definitely helps, so it's not going to be it's not going to be dramatic. Your size definitely compensates for some of that. But from an investment perspective, I'd say that they are probably a cut above you just by some, because they're at, looks like it's the 2600, right? The one literally right next to you.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was 1.038 acres, and your looks like what 1.16, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, but overall, you're saying you'd want to be in that ballpark, somewhere in that 113 to 120 or more.
At minimum, and I probably wouldn't even consider it even then.
Okay.
I mean, we enjoy it enough to hang on to
Sure.
it. You know,
Oh,
I'm
sure.
thinking it has to be more than that. It'd have to be somebody that just really wants it.
Right. Right, to do
Just,
something with it themselves. Okay, and that's fine. I mean, I'm an investor, so really my job is to be able to make profitable purchases, and that doesn't always work for folks that have something that they like owning, and it's not a burden to you. If it's someplace that you can go and you can catch fish and spend time with your
Yeah.
family, then awesome, man. I want you to keep it.
Right. Yeah.
But okay, well that's all right. You know, is it okay if I just kind of keep you here in my notes and just touch base with you from time to time in case something changes and you guys decide you want to go ahead and cash that in for something else? Maybe you want to go buy a beach house.
Yeah. Well, we're probably going to get into what you're doing
Sure.
On a small basis and start investing in places. So there may be a time that my thought is if there's ever a point that I can sell that and split the profit and buy two properties
Yep.
and rentable properties. So I'm
Right.
I'm talking about going in and putting a down payment on a multifamily,
Sure.
duplex or fourplex or something like that.
Sure.
That's our next phase in life because our kids is just about out of high school and
Good for
we're
you.
about ready to start kind of building our own life.
Good for you. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I do. I've got one going into junior high and three more behind them. So I'm trying to build it now before they get there.
Yeah, man, it goes by quick, man.
Yeah.
And, you got any in sports or anything?
Oh yeah, got one in wrestling, one in baseball. The other two are in jiu-jitsu. So yeah, we got the baseball is the one. I'd say baseball and wrestling is a time commitment above nothing else, man.
Yeah. Well, I just experienced it with my middle kid. he was my baseballer, and I'm a baseball guy. I
Nice.
coached high school baseball for a while and
Sure.
love it. And, but he played his last high school game, and let me tell you, you'll never believe that you threw enough with them or threw batting practice enough to them. Just never say no to them. If they want you to go out and throw a bucket of balls to them or play catch or something, it's always yes. And whatever you got, put it down, because you got the rest of your life to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Don't miss it, man.
Yeah. No, that's why I do what I do, so I miss as little as possible. My dad got
Yeah.
into this when I was real young for that same reason. I did swimming, and he was at every swim meet. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I get that quite a bit. But
absolutely, man.
all right, Jamie.
Well,
Well,
yeah, keep us in your notes, like
Sure.
you said, and maybe someday we'll be ready to move on it.
okay. Yeah, that sounds great. And if you ever see something that you're curious about and you just want me to put some eyes on it and give you an idea what I'd think or what I'd do with it, I'm more than happy to do that for you, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Of
Cool.
course. Yeah, no worries, Jamie. You have a good one. Thank you for taking my call.
You too. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye-bye. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wants too much money. But that's okay. It's because he doesn't really want to sell it.
Maybe more development will get up there eventually.
This is like, were you on Beacon Lake? You weren't on Beacon Lake. What lake were you on?
It's like the only big lake out there, isn't it?
It is, I guess.
It's like the only lake in Bluffdale. I reckon. Yep, it's the only lake. His what's his name's lots were
Up there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They were right here. It's these.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Wow. Look at that.
I'm still kind of keeping it a lookout over there because if shit starts going up, I'm just gonna call him back
Yeah, I mean, this guy wanted 130 or more
for his one lot.
for his one lot.
It's a little bit more lakefront, like on the
Mhm.
body of it, but it's not cleared.
It's not cleared, no utilities or anything like that. He bought it for $56,021, so he'd be making good money on it.
Already.
But he's already got, he's telling me he goes out there. They've got a little kayak cabin that they go fish out of and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he's using it. They're making good use out of it. So yeah, no, that's good. Good for him. So I'll just same thing. I'll go ahead and downgrade him. Just make a note that I talked to him. And then yeah, he'll be a future prospect for sure.
Well, I'm about to head over to Alamo. Which Alamo title do you guys use? Right? Is it Alamo title? Or
Allegiance.
Allegiance.
1900 Matlock Road. Yeah, because it's actually a fee office. So if you try and look up Allegiance title, you're not going to find it.
Okay, so 1900 Matlock.
Yep. Yeah, you'll pull in there and it'll say Allegiance title buyers in Taylor. Just tell them you're my guy. That's right. I forgot about that.
Is it Mansfield?
Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, it's South Arlington, Mansfield. It's kind of like right there on that little line.
I'm gonna do 2 of them. I have 3 to take, so I'll just take you to the 3rd one, like sometime this week.
Okay.
I'll at least knock out 2 of them today over
Yep. Yeah, and it looked like for what I saw is you're just gonna go in there, hit next, start taking the test, and then you'll
there.
just have to.
Is there's like I guess there's like an electronic signature thing they can put in.
Yeah, the front you could either have. I mean, I think pretty much everybody in that building is a licensed notary, but normally when I need something notarized, I'll just have the front desk girl do it. She's got everything you need, so just don't forget your ID. Got it.
Right,
Cool.
I will be back.
Okay. Have fun. Good luck. Yep.
Pass out my walk to the car.
All right, Bresky, have a good one.
I'll be back shortly.
All right.
I brought all the signs and stuff and the.
Oh, hey, real quick before you go,
Yeah, it
how was your open house?
was actually really good. A lot better than my other 2.
Good. Good. I'm
I
glad.
got some really good leads. 2 leads in here don't have agents.
Nice.
One left me their number and email. One of them only left me their email.
That's okay.
And then I noted some people with agents that were interested and stuff. And a couple people like didn't sign in, but had a good turnout. There's probably like a little over 20 people total.
Wow.
So it was a good turnout.
Yeah, Andy got about the same, about 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So I got some people to follow up.
Very good. Good job, man. All right, we'll see you later. They enjoy and use the land. Looking to maybe flip this land into another RE investment. future. Ask I stay in touch. So again, market values kind of go all over the place. So for something like this, we'll keep in touch with them. We have confirmed confirmation, or we have a confirmed contact information. I know he owns it. I know he'd be open to selling it. So you
He's
know,
just not ready at this current moment.
correct. So we'll keep him in here and just touch base with him every
Like,
few months. And
Is the I don't want to say the worst one, but is it like what do you put it on the scale when someone has like is
little to no motivation
emotionally tied down
to a
the-
property. It's based off of motivation. It's pain and pleasure. If the property's bringing them pleasure, I don't want to separate them from it,
for sure.
right? So in this case, the property presents no pain to him. They enjoy owning it. It's all pleasure. The only reason he would sell it is because he was in search of another pleasurable thing. So
So what he said, like how you try to like tell him. I mean, if you ever want to buy it, sell it, get some money,
yep,
go buy a beach house.
right.
'Cause
Yeah,
you
he likes
show
that.
them like,
Yep,
oh, we can buy a beach house. It's
Yeah.
better than that.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
they're like, they put their ears up like.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. And so that's where we kind of like go, it's all right. Let's see what that looks like for you. All right, I'm taking a look at this contract that I've got real quick. Just wanted to do some quick math. So my strike price on this is $1, and they're at $1.25. So what would that be? I'd make about $250. Is that right? So I've got 10 contracts times 1,000. 10 contracts times 1,000 is 10,000 times $1, so it's $10,000. And then if I sold it for $1.25, so I'll make $2,500 real quick. I'm gonna close out this option. I'm gonna exercise this option real quick. Want to see something cool? So I paid. What did I pay for this? I bought this at 46 cents. So I paid $460 for this option. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exercise it because I have a strike price of $1. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy all of the stocks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna tell me, no, you don't want to do that. Yes, I do.
So instead of having an option, you're just gonna buy the stock outright.
Correct. Did I do that right? 10 times 100 shares. Yep. Set a strike price of $1. Done. And so now I own all that. I closed out that stock. Now I just own 1,300 shares of it. I don't remember how many did I have before. So I had I had 300 shares of it, so now I have 1,300 shares of it. I'm gonna go ahead and sell off.
300.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and sell off like half of that. So here we go. Let's see if I sell off 850. So I'll make a profit. So I was at 300 shares, right? I just executed that contract for $1,000. I'm gonna sell off 850 of them.
So you make a profit and keep some stock in there.
Correct. So now,
Holy W.
correct. That's a W. So now I have 450 shares, and I made a profit. So only made like $100, but I increased. So that
Profit, and you still keep your shares.
correct. And so that's what we talk about, like improving positions, right? So like anytime there's an opportunity to improve the position, that's not like the biggest killing in the world, but like I was already that.
You basically, so you had 300 shares, and now how many shares do you have after you sold it off?
450 with
So
a profit.
you-
I got 450. I got 150 shares of that company for free. It's a penny stock. It's not
So
really
you went up in shares and you went up in profit.
correct. Win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yep. Yep.
Instead of, just selling it off, making a profit, and you just get a win.
On top of the fact that like it brought my average cost position down also, because my average cost, I bought those 300 shares at like $1.08. Now my average cost is $1.01. So
even more profit return if you were to sell in the future.
correct. Yep. So it's always fun when stuff like that happens.
Magic, man.
It is magic. It is magic.
You're the magic man.
Oh, thanks, man. That's sweet of you to say. So, cool. There's a good lead. Nice little day trade. Make sure that shouldn't count as a day trade against me. Just want to check that real quick. Yeah, it did. That's okay. There we go. Now it won't. Nope. And so that's just a way to take profit and keep rolling it down. So go ahead and dismiss that. I'm going to go to Mr. Cotton.
Mr. Cotton?
That's his last name.
Dude.
I actually recognize that name. Hopefully, this might be a client I've sold to before. We'll see. I think their name is James. No, this is Jeffrey Cotton. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. They bought this one in 2013. That wouldn't have been me. I wasn't licensed yet. Close.
2013?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No upgrades made. Looks like the median value is about 550, 575. So let's see what he wants for it. It gave me the option. It said, do you want to call this number earlier? There we go.
Hello?
Yes, hi, Mr. Cotton.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Mr. Cotton. This is Chris Beery. You spoke with one of my associates a couple days ago about your property there on Bandera.
Uh-huh.
They mentioned you may be looking to sell it. Just wanted to touch base with you and see what your plans were.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really looking to sell it, but she said, maybe I was willing to make an offer.
Yeah. I mean, that's typically what we do. Full disclosure, I'm a licensed realtor as well. So really what we try and do is just find folks that are interested in selling and bring them a few different options instead of just telling you, hey, let me lowball you, or hey, let me put it on the market for you. Let's go through some numbers together and see, if you've got a plan in mind that we can help you accomplish. Let's see if we can provide a solution that makes sense for you. So does that mean you're not really you haven't been planning on selling it sometime in the next year or two?
Well, I mean, we're looking to build a custom home,
Okay.
and we kind of need a little push, too. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not really in a hurry.
Okay. For a new construction, that's a good thing, right? Because, build times are 8-9 months right now, so.
Right, and we haven't even found the property yet. It's actually, we're going to design the home ourselves.
Okay.
We're into the restaurant business, and we've designed our own restaurants and stuff. And,
Awesome.
My father-in-law is an architect, so
Very
kinda
good.
design stuff and kind of get it over to him, and he'll put it on blueprints for me. So we're still in the process of kind of doing that, and then from
Right.
that point, we're going to find some property that's going to suit the home that we're building.
Okay.
To see how many acres we need, for the actual home.
Sure.
And, like I say, it's like we're not in a rush.
Right.
The young lady called. I get calls every day.
I'm sure.
2 or 3 calls a day.
Me too.
No, hang up. Click. No,
Right.
No, not interested. So finally, I said, yeah, I'm interested. So
Yeah.
And so here we go now. So you calling me? I just wanted to see,
What-
what the offer would be.
Yeah. So and like I say, a lot of folks want that. What folks want to hear from us is like, hey, just make me the offer and leave me alone. I typically don't like doing that because there's more to it, right? You guys have plans. You guys obviously have some experience in this more than most. In fact, I gotta ask, what restaurants do y'all own? Is it any place I would have gone?
It's possible. I mean,
Are they local?
Calling from 817. I have one in Arlington. It's called Greedy's.
Greedy's.
Yeah,
Okay.
Greedy's, and I have one in Grand Prairie, off of Joe Pool called Drafts.
Is it like Drafts, Drafts?
Yes.
I can't say I've ever been to either one of those. I am in Arlington, so I'm close by.
Yeah, Greedy's is right off of Cooper,
Okay.
on South Cooper.
Yeah, I'll have to go check it out. What kind of food is it?
It's American food. It's more of a sports bar.
Yeah.
So we do like wings and fish and burgers and salads and appetizers.
Love
and stuff
that.
like
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Okay. Oh, but it's not the one in Grand Prairie, right?
Drafts, it has the same concept. It's just a different name.
Okay. Yeah, I just pulled up Greedy's and I guess it was pulling up the DeSoto location.
Yeah, I have a DeSoto location too.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, no, I do quite a bit of commercial real estate as well, and I actually have a little bit of a specialty in food and restaurants. Because that's my background is service industry and kitchens. So it's always interesting to me. I'll have to go check it out, man. That sounds awesome. Okay, well then let me ask you this. Did you have an area in mind? Are you looking to stay local, or are you trying to kind of get out to the country a little bit? I know you said a couple of acres.
Well, I mean, I still have a son that will be going to high school
Okay.
this year, so we still want to live somewhere in the area close by in the same school district. We're in Mansfield.
Okay.
Mansfield School District.
Right.
We have a Grand Prairie home, but
Sure.
my bedroom is Mansfield.
I get it.
It's kind of odd. I had this one built back in 2007.
Gotcha.
So I was like the first house on this actual street, and everything southwest of me didn't exist. And now, we're full of homes over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much complete.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I've been over here since 2007. I love my home.
Sure.
The only reason I'm trying to move is I'm starting to kind of collect cars.
Sure. So you need space for
We're
them.
really moving, trying to get more garage space, basically.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Would you guys think about maybe going other side of Mansfield, or maybe headed down towards Midlothian, or is that going to
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking that way,
be? Yeah.
but I haven't just been hard looking. I mean, I just maybe want every
Sure.
once a week or so I might kind of drive back there or Google online,
Right.
find land or whatever.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, we still want to stay in, this school will be Lake Ridge High School, so I still want to kind of stay in the school district.
For a couple more years at least.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, if it's all right with you, Mr. Cotton, what I'll do is I'll just kind of keep in touch with you. I'm not really in the business of twisting anybody's arm and making him do something that doesn't make sense. If you guys aren't rearing and ready to go, you're just kind of exploring the marketplace. What I'd tell you to do is, if you find something that you're interested in and you want my opinion on it, or if you want to send it over to me and I can kind of give you an idea of what I would do with it, just as an investor and as a realtor, just kind of give you a little bit of advice. I'm more than happy to do that for you. But other than that, I can kind of keep a lookout for some land myself, and we'll just stay in touch from time to time until you guys just say, hey, it's time, we're ready, let's do it now. We've got too many cars, our son's graduating high school, let's get out of here. Especially, and I'll tell you, if you're going to do custom construction, 8-9 months might actually probably be closer to like 12 to 18 months
Right.
on construction time. So you said your son's, how old, what grade is he in?
He'll be a freshman next year.
He'll be a
So
freshman
It's not a matter of us waiting on him to graduate. I was trying to find something still in the area. I mean, I'm not
Gotcha.
trying to really move too far. I mean, Midlothian, we have considered that.
Okay.
They're growing out there.
Yeah.
It's just the point of trying to find somewhere that will let us do a custom home.
Right. Yeah, Midlothian's not, they're restrictive with new construction. They've been a little bit tough, but it sounds like you guys would be able to check all their boxes without much problem. Biggest issue is just they've got, minimum construction size. They want this, they want that, and the other. But like I said, it sounds like you guys would be looking to build something that should comply with Midlothian, no problem. But yeah, like I said, what I'll do is I'll just kind of keep an eye out and just say like, hey, this looks like it might be a good fit for the Cottons, and send stuff over to you as I find it. And just do the same. If you see something that you're interested in, send it over to me, and I can run numbers on it, give you an idea of what I think about it, and maybe I'll be able to help you guys feel that push and get you towards where you want to be.
Okay, no problem.
Does that work?
That'll work.
Awesome. What's a good email address if I come across some properties I can send to?
It's my name, Jeffrey, Jeffrey,
Okay.
G, Cotton at Hotmail.
Jeffrey G. Cotton at Hotmail. I got it.
That's an old hot. That's my first email address. I've been having that email for 30-something years.
Hey, that's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. I've still got some of my original ones too. You don't have any like underscores, ones. You don't have to put like any numbers or anything like that. So that's awesome. So, all right, Jeffrey. Well, I'll go ahead and, like I said, I'll shoot you my information so you've got it on hand. But just keep in touch with me if you've got any questions for me, and I'll just do the same. We'll just touch base a couple times a year, okay?
Okay, appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye. Same deal. He'll be a good lead someday. I bet you. It sounds like the condition they keep their house in is probably going to be a retail when the day comes. So that's okay. Probably retail when the day comes, especially new construction, because they're going to
get top dollar for it, so we can put it towards.
correct.
I mean, they said that they needed a push, so I mean, if you could potentially sell the land.
A lot of times, push is connection. People assume a push is like somebody forcing them to do it. What a push is showing them the path to their goal. You show somebody a path to their goal. That's all it is. Right now, he just, if he knew the address of where he was going, he knew how much his could sell for, right? That's one the whole reason why he responded to this call to begin with, is because he wanted to know what that offer would look like. Maybe that would motivate him to get out. People assume that pushy salespeople are literally like sitting there and trying to twist their arm and say, do this, do this, do this. All a really good salesperson does is here's the goals and offers solutions. If you just told me, hey, I want to get from here to there, but I don't know how to do
You
it,
show them the path.
and I show them a path, they go, oh, okay, yeah, we want to do that. So in this instance, he's not somebody I can convert over the phone. I'm going to need to build more rapport. I'm going to need to be able to find, next time I talk to him, I'll have to have an address to show him. I'll have to say, hey, have you seen this property? And it doesn't even have to be like the right fit. All I'm really looking for is feedback. It's either, yes, we like that because, or no, we don't like that because. And then from there, we're just inching forward along that path until I get a good sense of what it is they're looking for. And then at that point, we made it easy. I connected the dots for point A to point B. That's all we do. We can just connect dots. But we connect dots because we know how to connect dots. Only reason he hasn't done anything yet is just because he doesn't know how to connect all the dots from where he is to where he wants to be. Yeah. But he's got a lot of them. I mean, yeah, he's got an architect in the family. He knows he wants to do custom construction. He knows roughly what area he wants to be in. He knows he wants a little bit of land to be able to accommodate his cars. And
He knows enough to where.
he knows enough for me to be able to say, like, yes, he has some motivation. He just lacks the information he needs. So we'll touch base with him in a few months and just same thing. Just ask him, have you seen anything? I treat it like an open house. Have you seen anything that you've liked so far? Because, he did tell me that he's been looking at properties here and there on Zillow or whatever it is, or Google, I think is what he said. So he's looking. He's in the marketplace. And that's a good example of someone who will be fun to work with. That's what they sound like when they're not ready yet.
So you're saying he's not ready?
He's just not ready. Yeah, he's not ready.
Because he sounded like, I'm ready if you
Right. Yeah.
can persuade me to be ready.
Yeah, and I don't do that. We don't persuade anybody to do anything. Yeah. So, here's a Richter. Let's call them. No updates done. No repairs needed. Listed by owner. Vacant. Okay, so it looks like this one they actually have on the market by themselves. Let's see. They're asking $439. Oh, here's a FSBO. How long have they been FSBO? We call it FSBO, means for sale by owner. great lead source for sale by owners are. But again, we're typically looking for motivation. Yeah, they've only been on the market 3 days. They did open houses this weekend. So what we'll do is we'll give them a call and say, hey, you talked to my associate. They mentioned you were looking to sell. I see you did an open house. How'd that go? And you know what's great about that is I can tell her that we did 3 open houses this weekend. Each open house averaged about 17, 18 groups. So I can ask her, how much activity did you get on yours? And that'll give me a really good idea of, you know, it's a way to kind of show them like, this is what it should look like, because they're way overpriced. They want $439. They should probably be closer to $400 or under.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they're overpriced by $40K plus.
Which means that they're not going to sell. Which means their open house probably did pretty poorly. She might have gotten a lot of real estate agents though, because real estate agents target for sale by owners pretty heavily. So when you put yourself out there as for sale by owner, you'd think that you'd attract buyers. A really serious buyer is not looking for sale by owners. They're talking to real estate agents. Real estate agents are looking for listings. They're not looking for serious buyers, but serious buyers come to them, right? If you want to buy a house, what do? You go ask your buddy, hey, who did you use when you bought your house last? And then I'm waiting for this to tell me I'm in the money. But if you're a real estate agent, you're looking for listings. And so somebody has their house on the market for sale by owner, they're low-hanging fruit. So all the phone calls that they've been getting, all the activity they've been getting has been real estate agents. I would say, if you put your house on the market, 95% of the people that are going to come see it are going to schedule showing, take a look at it, bother you with their time. 95% of those people are going to be motivated buyers. If you list your house for sale by owner, 95% of the people that come see it, mess with you, spend time on you, are going to be realtors looking for listings.
So none of them are like serious buyers.
Correct. And because they want too much money, let's see what it is. It looks like her son was living there and he moved out, so we'll just touch base and see what she has to say.
Hello,
Yes, hi, is this Arla?
it is.
Hi, Arla. My name's Chris Beery. You spoke with one of my associates a few days ago about the property that you've got there on Welch Avenue.
Okay.
They mentioned you may be looking to sell it, that you're fixing to put it on the market for sale by owner. In fact, I just pulled it up. Looks like you did an open house over the weekend. Just wanted to touch base with you.
We
And
did.
wanted to see if, could you catch me up to speed? What are your plans for this one?
Well, we had a fabulous open house.
Oh, that's
in
great.
2 days. I think I could be a realtor.
That's awesome. How many groups did you end up having coming through?
Well, we had quite a few people come through. We have 3 families that are interested. So
Awesome.
that's our first time out. We
Very good.
we didn't know what to expect, but we sure had a good time.
That's
I think
awesome.
We'll just have a few open houses because we just enjoyed doing it.
Sure,
Lots of
absolutely.
Great people, great, interesting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's where we are, and I mean, who knows? We
Sure.
don't know.
Have you gotten any offers on it yet?
We have no offers.
Okay.
Like I said, we have 3 families very interested at this point, but you never know.
Yeah.
You don't know how that's going to go. So,
Sure. Are any of those 3 already
first-
pre-qualified for a mortgage loan?
Well, all of them are, I'm sure. I mean, from what we see from the people, I don't think there'll be any problem with it, either of
Sure.
those 3. So anyway, and then there were other people interested as well, but those 3,
Good.
very good prospects. So,
Sure.
there we go. We'll just, we're just out there. Maybe a few weeks down the road, if we don't sell, we'll be ready to do something else. But that's where we are right now. So,
Okay.
thanks for checking.
Of
and
course.
Maybe check back.
Yeah.
If you find somebody that you think would be a good match, we'd be willing to talk somewhere down there.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. I am a licensed realtor, but I'm primarily reaching out as an investor to potentially purchase it from you directly. But
Oh, okay. Well, it's a fabulous house.
Sure.
It's just everybody that comes loves the house. I love the house. I'd love to live there.
Why
We
don't
used to
ya?
live there. We built it. It's a custom home. We built it ourselves, and then our son bought it from us, and then he was alone. It's 5-bedroom house, you know.
Yeah,
and it's
too-
big.
too
So
much.
he was in an apartment for a while, then he went to a hotel for a while, and
Oh, wow.
it's been sitting empty. It's been sitting empty, and now he built a house on the Gulf Coast, and he said, "Get rid of it." So
Good for
here we
you.
are.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. So I take it your son's name is that Eric or
That's
Swen?
Swen Eric, yes. Swen
Okay.
Eric, yeah.
Got
He's gone. He doesn't want to deal with it. He's built a house down there, and
Good
so
for him.
That's it's been sitting empty for quite a while. And like I said, it's got solar panels that never worked until this month. We just turned them on, and we got $55 credit in a
Good for you.
in a dark month.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And those will be, and that will be paid off. And there's lifetime warranty on the roof and everything else. Everything's in top shape. So if you see, and the pool, it's all built around the pool. I don't know
Right.
if you looked at the pictures.
I
but
did. Yeah, I was looking at it
it's
right
a
now.
wonderful party house, and everything's in tip-top shape. So if you see somebody that you think would be
Absolutely, I
good
will.
match, that office space, that big office space
Mhm.
is wonderful for
Okay.
anybody that works at home, or that could be the 5th bedroom.
Sure.
know.
Sure.
So that is, everything's go on it, and I think it'll move, but you never know.
Sure.
So
Sure.
keep us in mind.
Will
as we
do.
go, and if you think if you have a buyer that's a good match, I'll be happy to meet with you and go from there.
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
thanks
Arla. I
so
appreciate
much.
it. I'll touch base with you. Have a good one. Oh, my tummy's rumbling and I had to burp and I was trying not to burp on the phone. It's like the biggest thing that gets me. It's like, oh, don't, what's it called? I have acid reflux. And so it's like, I sometimes have to like fight that. Like, oh, please don't burp on the phone. Please don't burp on the phone. But yeah, cool. She won't get any offers. No, but she gets good activity. That's awesome. I'm glad that she's got people that are more than just realtors. But yeah, I mean, I'd be really surprised if she got offers on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I'm gonna keep her as hot though, because she said that's one of the beautiful things is you just build rapport, you ask good questions, and she literally gave me her timeline. She's like, if they don't get anything done in 2 weeks, which they won't, they'll switch gears.
really,
Mhm.
what would they switch gears to?
Probably listing it with a realtor. Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
You see the pictures of the houses?
Let's see. She didn't put any. It's just a flyer. It's a flyer, and it's a pretty poorly done one. So,
Why does she not have pictures of it? Makes no sense.
exactly. That's what she's got.
The hell?
Yep. Yep.
Alright.
So, yeah, she said 5-bedroom. It's 4-bedroom with an office. I guess that's what she said. That's right. That office could be considered the 5th bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures of it, and it's so like carpet there, pretty dated on the interior, lots of popcorn, solar panels, which I'm gonna assume are paid off. But let's see, she said they built it when? Oh, a long time ago. They're the original owners. 1971. So, yeah. Sweet lady, though. Same thing. I'm just going to put a note in here. I'm going to keep her as hot status because, yeah, they've got their house. They got the house on the market. They're going to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's do 2 weeks. All right, move on to the next one. We've got a Mr. Henson. Notes say repairs, there's nothing needed. There's no upgrades that have been made. He's asking $350. He wants to relocate and close ASAP. So here. Let's see if Cold Dye was put in yet. Okay, go back here, Mr. Henson. Let's go ahead and pull up this property. Dana Henson. And a Judith Henson. I wonder which one it is. Let's give him a call. I'm starving. I'm so hungry.
Hello?
Yes, hi, Mr. Henson.
Yes?
Hi, Mr. Henson. My name is Chris Beery. You spoke with one of my associates, Ann, the other day about your property there on Elmwood.
Yeah?
She mentioned you may be interested in selling it and just wanted to touch base with you, see if you could get me caught up to speed. What are your plans for this one?
What now?
What were you hoping to do with the house on Elmwood? They just mentioned you might be interested in selling it.
Well, there's only one thing to do with it.
It's just
Sell it.
okay. Were you planning on turning around and buying something else with it, with the money from it, or do you live here? Okay. What was y'all's timeline? Were you hoping to do something in the next couple of years, or was it sooner than later?
Well, we were gonna do it right away, but the other one fell through.
Okay. So you were trying to sell it and it fell through already?
Yeah. No, we were trying to buy one. and it fell through.
Okay, gotcha. Where were you buying at?
Down around Temple.
Around Temple. I actually just bought one up in the neighborhood from you, right there off of Wildwood, just on the other side of Port Ridgely.
Yeah.
But that one wasn't on the water. I do quite like these in here. What were you hoping to get price wise?
Well, we're starting at $350.
You're starting at $350. Okay. What kind of condition is the house in?
It's in good condition.
Yeah. Have you made any upgrades to it since you guys been there? Or
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
okay. It looks like it's a 99 mobile home.
Turned it into an open concept.
Sure.
Took out some stuff and then put in a big carport, 3-car carport,
Okay.
and put in a big ramp in the front
Sure.
and a huge shed out and back.
Okay.
And it does have a lift.
Okay. Have you guys considered putting it on the market, or were you just hoping that,
Yeah, we were going to put it on the market.
Okay. All right. What if I hadn't called you, when were you planning on doing that?
Fairly soon.
Okay. Well, just so you're aware, I am an investor, but I am also a licensed realtor. So really, my job's not so much to come in and try and lowball you or force you to go on the market or anything like that. My job's just to come give you options and see if there's something we can do that helps you guys, check all the boxes you'd like to check: price, timeline, get you where you guys want to be. At the end of the day, I'm more of a consultant than a salesperson. My job is just to give you all the information you need to make a sound business decision. With that said, is there a time that works for y'all for me to come by and kind of go through some numbers with you and see if we can either be your buyer or go through, what the market would bear?
Yeah, you could come. I don't know, this afternoon, late,
Let's take.
or tomorrow.
It looks here. Let me go ahead and pull up my calendar real quick and let's take a look. So, how does Wednesday afternoon look for you guys? Like around 12:30?
Sounds good.
Works for you? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the tax roll here. I assume, am I speaking with Dana?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Dana. What's a good email address for you? I'll go ahead and send over my information so I'm not a stranger when I show up on Wednesday.
Yeah. It's Dana A. Henson at gmail.com.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Dana. Well, yeah, I've got you down here for Wednesday at 12:30. You'll get an email from me here shortly, and I'll touch base with you on Tuesday or tomorrow just to make sure that still works for you. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Henson. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye. We're going back to Granbury. Same neighborhood.
I said he wanted 350 for it.
He wanted 350, which if it's in really good condition on the water, it's about right.
Really?
It's a little high, but it's about right. It's close to right.
So we're gonna list it for him?
Potentially. Yep. Yep.
If we're gonna give him cash out, for how much do you think we can make? Let's say assuming $350,000.
Assuming it's worth $350,000 right now, as is,
675, 250.
250. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's really low, but $100,000 doesn't really do the trick. You kind of end up losing a lot of that to closing costs on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a $100,000 profit, it's realistically
Gross, it's not likely to happen.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like, after closing costs, let's say if you have to do repairs, let's say it's not worth that much, so say it doesn't sell that for that much.
Right.
Realistically, the number dwindles down to under about 50 or under.
Correct. Yeah, normally we want to be anything that's got, roughly at least 35 on the bone. Really, it's at least 40. Is something that we'd be willing to take on. So I'm going to go ahead and make this note here. Let's say we talked to prospect. Dana had another house purchase under contract. It fell through. They were thinking about putting their home on the market soon. Appointment set. 4, 5, was that 25? 525. 524. All right, is that Wednesday? Yeah. 524. I'm gonna call him tomorrow. There we go. There's one appointment set for the day. Third contact.
Yes, sir.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Got our notes. Go ahead and dismiss him. Move on to the next one. Let's see, we're exactly 1 hour into lead gen now. We're gonna go for about another hour or so, and then we're gonna go get some food. Some food time. Getting to be food time. I'm starving. Lifted some heavy weights this morning, so that's
Yeah.
always works up an appetite.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Got a Bridget Jones. She's got a property, the 2 brand new AC systems, 5-year-old roof. She wants 400. It's probably a little high. And her motivation is she just doesn't need it. She just does not need the house. So let's
She
go.
wants 400. She doesn't want or need the house. We can be like, cash offer.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, this one's in Arlington, so Arlington I really like have taken listings in just because we get a lot of leads off of it.
Oh yeah, because it's like very highly populated.
Oh, and this has been a rental property. I
It's
was,
been a rental.
yeah.
Where is
76002. It's close to you.
76?
Capstan, right there off of 360, just south of TCC, just north of your old high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
Yeah, right off of Lighthouse Road. I did one on Lighthouse Road not that long ago.
That's right next to my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally right next to it.
I like this neighborhood.
Yeah. It's a very nice neighborhood. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of Airbnb properties close there.
It would have to be a little bit south because Arlington you can't have Airbnbs in.
It's like right
Right.
like on the other side of 360. That's where Grand Prairie is.
Right. Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it would be right on the other side.
There's an insane amount of Airbnb properties. Since you can't have them in Arlington,
Right.
they do like right off the border of Arlington where Grand Prairie is. There's literally 2 whole neighborhoods. The entire neighborhood is Airbnbs,
Wow. That's crazy.
but they're expensive. Like they're
Really?
nice ones. Like if they were to sell the house, they would easily get like 400 or 500 grand.
I saw that they're building some right there on the other side of 360 that are just for rent.
It's next to that Home Depot and Target.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll
No.
be behind them.
Yeah.
Literally behind them.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. 422. Kind of right there off of Camp Wisdom, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I missed a phone call from this number. Let's see who they were. Oh, Ogletree. I think they were somebody I called in here. Let's see. 1270. Nope. Ogletree. Let's give him a call. My wife's on her way to come pick up the pup.
Little puppy.
Little pup.
He's sleeping. He is knocked out.
Good.
Hello.
Yes, hi, this is Chris Beery. I just missed a phone call from you a couple minutes ago.
Yes, you had spoken to my husband, Robert Ogletree, a couple of times
Yes, ma'am.
about our property.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I wanted to know, I mean, are you seriously interested in it? Or are you yanking our leg? I mean, come on.
No. I'm seriously interested in it. Sorry, I've been kind of a little bit underwater here at work. Just hired a new assistant. I've been training for the last couple of weeks. He's actually sitting right next to me, so I'm just trying to get all caught up. But no, I am interested. You guys have that 25 acres, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I appreciate you reaching back out to me. Let's see. Last time I talked to him, I think he was just traveling quite a bit and just trying to work out a time for me to come take a look at it while you were home.
Yeah, that would be a big part of it.
Right.
I mean, I can clear some time,
Okay.
but, when, say later this week.
Yeah, let's take a look here. It's the last week of school for my kids too, so that's kind of adding to
Okay.
all the stuff. I've got some time on Friday. Would that work for you?
What time of day, or morning or afternoon?
Preferably early afternoon, about say maybe 12:31.
About lunchtime?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
that would work.
Okay. let's shoot for 1 then, if that's okay with
Okay.
you.
Yeah, that'll work just fine.
Okay.
And as I understand, you're interested in it for yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I'll give you the tour.
Okay, that sounds great. Let me go ahead and get you on here. I never got an email address from Robert. What's a good one to send just my information to, so I'm not a stranger showing up?
Okay, send it to Alice J. Ogletree, AliceJogletree @msn.com.
Got it. Okay, and then let's take a look here. We're gonna do Friday at 1. Okay. Yep, I've got you guys on my books. I will see you then. Thank you so much for reaching out to me, Alice.
All right, you're welcome.
See you on Friday.
All
Goodbye.
right, bye.
There's 2 appointments.
Is she related to Alec Ogletree,
Probably not.
the football player?
It's a common name.
Really?
Yeah.
Ogletree?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've worked with a couple of Ogletrees.
So is this person is someone you've worked with before? Because she.
No,
Really?
no. Yeah, she's just a lead that I was past due on following up with just by a few days. I was supposed to call her like mid-May, so.
What were you talking about before? About
Buying that property, yeah, he travels a bunch and she travels a bunch, and so it's just about trying to find a time where it all lines up. But they've got beautiful 25 acres right there off of Lonesome Road in Godly.
25 acres.
Mm-hmm.
How much do they want for it?
That's a really good question.
You don't know.
Let's see.
They didn't give you a ballpark.
They didn't really give me a ballpark. They wanted me to come out and take a look at it. So Friday's great. That gives me some time to kind of run it past some people and see what I can offer on it.
How much is it worth?
That's a really good question. Land, it's ag land, so.
Agriculture.
Mm-hmm. So they've been running cattle on there. So like maybe.
They have cattle.
Mm-hmm.
Would they sell the cattle with the land?
Well, they already sold off their herd. They've been running cattle on there. So, yeah, they got a house, and in an ideal world, I'd pick it up. I'd pick up the house for its own. The house is its own legal description, and I'd get the other 25 acres, somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 an acre. So, 5,000 times 25. Hey Siri, what's 5,000 times 25? 750,000.
5,000 times 25 is 125,000.
Yeah, so that's pretty cheap out there. That's really cheap out there. I'd be getting it for a steal, but
So is that like how much it would cost usually?
no. Acreage in Granbury, depending on where it is, or Godly rather, depending on where it is, could go for as much as 20 an acre.
20,000 an acre.
Sometimes 30. Yeah, yeah.
So-
But I know people who buy out here, so this would. Depending on what kind of deal I can get on it, I'll go out there kind of knowing what my number needs to be, see what I can get them down to. They have it as an expired listing. That's what I was looking at. I wanted to see what they had it listed for before. Here's my wife. Could you go open the door for her? She can't ever remember that code.
I couldn't remember for the first 2 weeks either.
Yeah. Can't ever remember that code, can you? She's sleeping at my feet. Oh, let's wake up now, baby. Can I say hi to the puppy? Hi, puppy. A little bit of breaking the lead, Jan. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. 2 appointments for the day, so. It's a good Monday so far. You want to move to Godly? 25 acres?
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Got
Where's
here?
the pouch? Oh.
Pouch is right there. Her bag's up there on the table. Alrighty. Hi, babe. I'll see you later. We're going to go get Dino's here in about 50 minutes, 40, 50 minutes. You want to come with us? I can come pick you up.
Let me know when you're
Okay.
So That's 2 or 3 appointments.
That's 2 appointments.
2 appointments.
2 appointments, and then we gotta go back here. Let's see, who was I gonna talk to? Bridget, right? That's who I had up next. Yeah, on Capstone. So, let's pull up her address
Bridget
again.
Jones.
Yep,
Wait, I think you already called her.
have not called her yet. We were just talking about it. We didn't get around to calling her because I called that number back instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I thought it said Frigid. I was like, what kind of name is Frigid?
Bridget.
Frigid Jones.
Used to work with a girl named Bridget. She was a sweet girl.
Hello?
Yes, hi, is this Bridget?
Yes.
Hi, Bridget. This is Chris Beery. You spoke with one of my associates a few days ago about your property there on Capstan.
Yeah, we're actually not interested.
Okay, no problem. No plans on selling that one here soon?
No, we're not.
That's okay. No worries. That's not. I wouldn't want to twist your arm if you're not thinking about selling it. If you don't mind me asking, what is your current plan? Is it a 3 or 5 years or farther than that?
Yeah, probably that.
Okay. Would it be okay if I just touch base with you from time to time until that day comes?
Sure,
Awesome.
that'd be fine.
Thank you, Bridget. I appreciate it. We'll be in touch. Have a nice day.
Sure, you too. Bye-bye.
That's okay. We'll just downgrade her status, talk to her. There. Not actually interested in selling at this time, but sell in 3 to 5 years. Call them about mid-October. Looks like that's about when their lease, because they leased it end of July. Looks like they've just been leasing it consequently since then. So, okay, I wouldn't want to sell it either.
Why not?
If you got a nice income producing rental, hold on to that thing forever.
Oh, she's renting it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why she doesn't need it. Oh, how interesting. This guy's literally, I thought his name was Gary Arlington.
Oh, I thought that was an address.
I also thought it was, like the cold caller getting lazy and just putting the town in as the name.
His name is literally Gary Arlington.
Their last name is literally Arlington.
But they don't live in Arlington.
Nope. Looks like they tried selling
Yeah,
it just recently.
That's such a missed opportunity there.
It really is. Yeah, it's cool. I wish my last name was Arlington.
I'd live in Arlington.
I would change my name to Arlington. That's
So they
funny.
tried selling it.
Yeah, they couldn't get their price. Looks like it's just a mobile home. Nice little mobile home.
It's
In
pretty nice.
what neighborhood? Oh, it is in Brazos Harbor. Good.
Granbury.
Granbury, is it on the water? No.
Near the
It's
water.
close to the water, yeah.
It's actually nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful. This would be one I'd be interested in. If they'd owner finance it, this would be a good Airbnb.
You think they would?
It's very close to the water. Maybe. Let's find out. They had it on the market and it
Would
expired.
they take interest for owner finance, or would it just be up to the owner?
Ideally not. Ideally, I would get no interest. Let's see. It says it's worth... It doesn't say what it's worth. Oh, I gotta run my own numbers, huh?
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Gary Arlington. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you just as quick as I can. Thank you.
Hi, Gary. This is Chris Beery with B&H Realty. I'm calling you. You spoke with one of my associates about that property that you've got there on Brazos Harbor Drive. I'm interested in it to buy it for myself as an investment. But if you would do me the favor, give me a call back when you can. My phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. What an awesome name. I'm so jealous.
Gary.
So I'm just going to say left message. This is a high priority because I do like this one quite a bit. Just want to look at the listing and see what the HOA dues were in here. Yeah, they're just wanting too much money for it. $150 a year. Let's see what part of our Granbury is it in? Yeah, I mean it's right there off the town square.
Is it a good area?
Oh, it's a phenomenal area. Yeah, there's this hotel right here. I mean it's literally, it would be a phenomenal Airbnb.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So it's even higher priority for you.
Yeah, oh absolutely. I mean this is downtown Granbury right here, just on the other side of this street, this bridge. Yeah, this little inlet that comes in. This is all historic downtown Granbury. So they'll do like 4th of July parades, the town square is right here. I mean,
and then the Airbnb is right off the water.
I mean it's literally like right off the water.
So next to the water.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Right next to downtown.
I might even buy it to put my uncle into for a little while, just because it's a little bit of a better location.
It's next to everybody else, everything else too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
literally be perfect.
Yep. Put this on my calendar to call him tomorrow. Might even shoot him a quick little text message. Cool. All right, looks like we got one more lead to follow up with on these new leads, and then we'll do a little bit of follow up just to burn the rest of the hour.
Yes,
But not a bad little lead gen day, man. I love these. See, that's what I'm saying. We got to do this every day.
Tomorrow, they shoot for 3 hours.
Can't do tomorrow 3 hours. It's gonna have to be 2. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, remember tomorrow I want to do my treatment about halfway through the day.
Oh yeah, I forgot you got you.
Yeah. So it'll be a.
We'll just get in the office. Get his lead gen. Get to your phone.
Cool. I'm starving. I'm gonna do some fish for dinner.
Yes, sir. I get tired of fishing.
You do?
Yeah, because, I mean, for me,
You eat enough.
fast food, all I eat is fish.
Oh, for real? Okay, yeah, that's
Go to
fair.
Dino's, if I get tuna.
You're about to get
So
tuna?
I get tuna.
Yeah.
If I go to McDonald's, I get fish fillet.
You can't do turkey? Oh, that's right, because it's got to be halal.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Only fish, because fish, they don't really have veins and they're not really like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get that. There's less of a concept of pain with
Yeah.
fish. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. All right, so let's take a look here. Laurel Hill. Oh, perfect. I love this zip code. I'm telling you, man, you get to a point where it's just like zip codes stand out to you, and you're like, oh, I love that zip code.
So
I especially like the zip code because it's like literally right next to my house.
this is right here.
Yeah, 76015. That's right by me. So.
Is that off Cooper? Or?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good street to be off of. Is it?
This one is. It's actually it backs up to Foster Elementary. So yeah, it's right there off Cooper. If you know where, here's Arbrook, here's 24 Hour Fitness. It's like right behind that.
Oh, that's
By the mall.
Oh, that's the 24 Hour Fitness Center.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Sweet. I like that.
Well, that's the one I went to for growing up because they were like 24 hours. So I would go there like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right next to the mall. Also, like really close to I-20.
Cool. So let's give him a call. In a little bit, yeah.
Please leave your message for 81.
I'm gonna hit him with the double tap real quick.
Please leave your message for 817-542-3658.
Hi, Lorenzo. This is Chris Beer. You spoke with one of my associates a couple days ago about your property there on Laurel Hill Court. I mentioned you were looking to potentially sell that property, and I was just hoping you could catch me up to speed with what your plans are. Give me a call back when you can. Phone number is 817-600-2077. Again, that's 817-600-2077. Thanks. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye. Perfect. Come in here. Same thing. Shoot a text message. Cool. Today. All right. Session how? How you doing, buddy? Got some good leads to follow up with?
Huh?
Got some good leads to follow up with?
Yeah, got a couple.
Good. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
I got one for sure from the grapevine, and then I got one for Sherwood.
Really?
That's for Sherwood was actually really interested.
Really?
I left them alone, but they were talking about where to put the table, what to do with the house, and stuff.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Left my they took the MLS sheet, left my number in there for them as well. They say they'll be in touch.
You didn't get their number?
I did. I made sure to have them sign it as well.
It's Monday morning. Give them a call. Give them a call and just say, hey, just wanted to touch base with you and see what other questions you had about the house. So open house follow-up is very similar to just like regular follow-up. Like, hey, it's Andy from the open house on Sherwood. I'm not sure if you remember me or not. Just want to see, did you guys go to any other open houses? Did you see any other houses? What did you think of Sherwood? What would be your honest feedback on Sherwood? What did you like? What did you not like? I imagine you already asked them questions like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then just ask them. Did you ask them if they'd been pre-qualified for a mortgage loan? You didn't.
I didn't ask that because I didn't want to get. I feel like that I personally just start to think like, oh, asking certain questions might sound a little too
Pushy.
pushy.
Yeah.
Since I'm already going to follow up with them, so I just kind of like
Yeah.
want to know
Exactly.
how they really felt about the house,
Exactly.
and it won't be me selling myself.
So that's follow-up philosophy for me. I like when I have people like that I know that like, hey, I'm already getting the vibes. It's like, especially in an open house, it's very, very unlikely that you're going to convert them into a client right then and there. I like to leave questions for the next call, for the follow-up. I leave questions on the table.
Yeah.
So like a really good question to ask that leads into, that's a natural question that leads into, hey, are you pre-qualified for a mortgage? Is this going to be your first home?
Okay.
It's like, hey, is this going to be your first home? If they say yes, just ask them, oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, we start.
Go ahead.
Hi, Miss Edry. Good morning. How you doing?
I need to write an offer. I'll do that today.
Hello?
I need to write an offer for his lead today. When we get back from Ridgecrest. When we get...
It might just be an accident. She called me yesterday like that too.
Billy, yeah, she's older. Yeah, I'll write that. I've got a couple of to-dos here today, and then when I get back, I'll write that offer for her today. What was I going to say? Oh, so asking if they're a first-time home buyer is a great lead-in. Do they seem like they might be?
It seems like they might be because they just had they were very young, probably our age. Okay. And they just had a little girl with them.
Oh, sweet. So then I would say the best thing that you can do then is ask them, are they pre-qualified, or if they're a first-time home buyer, like, hey, is this going to be Il's first home? Great. Have you looked into any first-time home buyer programs?
Okay.
Because then that answers the question for you. If they have, great, they've probably talked to a lender. If they haven't, I actually have a great lender that offers them. Most first-time home buyers don't know that it's free to get pre-qualified.
Say that again?
Most first-time home buyers don't know that it's free for them to go get pre-qualified and check on their loan ability.
Okay.
Right? And also, most people assume that if they go get pre-qualified for a loan, that they have to use that lender. So they don't want to shop. They can shop up to 6 lenders, and it only counts as one hard run on their credit.
Oh, okay.
And so what I like to tell people in that situation is like, hey, if you weren't aware, there's no cost and there's no obligation to go get pre-qualified and see what kind of programs, first-time homebuyer programs you qualify for that could potentially cover your down payment. And yeah, right. Right. That could potentially cover your down payment for you. I have a lender. If you'd like, I can put you in contact with each other. And that's Jamie. I would do 2 things. I would put them in a group message, Jamie's cell phone number and them, and just say, hey, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Byard, this is Jamie Hodge. He's the lender that we work with that specializes in first-time home buyers. He offers first-time home buyer programs like down payment assistance grants. And then send them a link to his website and tell them, go ahead, go to his website and fill out the application. Shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes. And it's free, and he'll be able to tell you what kind of down payment assistance you guys qualify for. It's really good. That's the best follow-up you can do on leads like that. And that asking if they're a first-time home buyer is a great leeway into asking if they're pre-qualified for a loan, no matter what. Because if they're not, then you can ask them, oh, okay, so have you already spoken to a lender about getting pre-qualified? Right? Okay. Because then you're kind of like, if this isn't your first rodeo, then they'll know. Like, yeah, the step before writing an offer, the step before getting serious about buying a home is getting your money in order. Because also, when you ask that question, they might also turn around and answer, oh, that we're buying cash. And then your ears should prick right up. You should go, oh, really? Okay, yeah, let's get you into a house then. But no, the best question is, are you a first-time home buyer? If so, what kind of down payment assistance programs have you guys looked into, or first-time home buyer programs have you looked into? Those people assume that like they need to find somebody who knows how to do that. You do. It's really just a connection. I had an agent text me today that's like, how do I learn how to offer first-time homebuyer programs? And it's just connections. You just have to find a lender who offers them. Okay. And that's Jamie for us.
Okay, cool.
So.
So, how about high-end clients then? People who knows what they want, they bought many
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah. Do you have a house to sell? Do you have a house that you need to sell in order to buy this one?
Ask them that. Okay.
Do you have a house that you need to sell first before you can buy another one?
Okay.
Because most of the time they will. And it's not necessarily need, but by asking that question, they'll tell you, like if they have one and they don't need to sell it, then they'll say, we have one, but we don't need to sell it. They'll literally answer the question that way. But most of the time, a lot of people are pulling equity out of their last home to put as a down payment on the new home. And so that gives them an opportunity. It's like, okay, same thing. Have you already spoken with a realtor about listing that property and getting that one sold, or what were your plans? Were you looking to find an investor that would give you just a cash offer for it? So yeah, there's a few different ways to approach the more higher end clients, but it's typically just motivation. Just what are you guys looking to do? What are your goals in this? Why are you shopping? Do you have a home that you need to sell first? How far along in the process are you? Again, you can generally assume, if you already kind of get the sensation that they are not a first time home buyer, I don't ask that question. I'll ask, do you have a home that you have to sell first?
Okay. Cool.
And that'll typically tell us, like, no, we sold it already, or yes, we do, or we have one, but we don't need to sell it in order to buy the next one. And then you can start asking, it's like, okay, what are your plans then? Are you going to put that one on the market, or were you hoping for a cash offer? Or if we sold it already, it's like, oh, okay, so what are you guys currently doing right now? Are you living with family members? Are you in a hotel? Are you in a lease back in your old house? And then that'll help you gauge timeline. Right? Because if they're living in a hotel, they're motivated. If they're living with their mother-in-law, they're very motivated. They want to get out of that living situation as quickly as possible.
Right.
But if they're like, oh no, we had another house that we were using as a rental, we're just living in that until we find the next home, then they might not be as motivated, but still they have more motivation, and that's a really good client as well. Because maybe they're going to move out of that rental property when they buy the next house, and then turn around and sell that rental property too. So it's very, very similar to our phone calls. It's what's their behavioral style, and then get towards their motivation. What is the pain that they're running from and the pleasure that they're running to? What are you guys hoping to do? What problems are you trying to solve? If you have a home that you need to sell first, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
That's a big problem. If you want to buy a house right now, the fact that you own a house and you need to pull the money out of that thing in order to buy the next one is a problem that they have to solve. So, yeah, man. Good stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Good. Follow up on Sherwood first, because we need to get that listing sold. Yeah. I'll do that, now. Get out. Go call them.
Yeah. Good.
Cool.
Yeah, that was my plan, to call them.
Right on.
I just wanted to figure out what should I ask first.
Yeah, man. Are they first-time home buyers?
I did ask them what kind of question, if they have any questions for me, but on the spot, she couldn't think of anything. She said,
They don't know what they don't know. If they're first-time home buyers, then they don't even know what questions to ask. So that's where you asking questions is going to help, because they won't really even know how to answer. If you ask them, like, hey, so this is your first home, what first-time home buyer programs have you looked into? And they'll probably say none.
Yeah, I would say most likely they are first-time home buyer, because just how they look at the kitchen counter.
Hey, there's Jamie. He might be watching. Jamie, were your ears burning?
Oh, were you getting ready to call me?
No, I was just talking about you.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I was just training Andy. He had a good open house this past weekend, and he's got a good prospect for you.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great news.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully those flyers I give you on your listings that you can use for open houses are helpful.
They are. Yeah. This was actually your sign was in the front yard on this one.
Wonderful. Were you getting those emails that I send you when you have a new listing that shows pictures of the properties?
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Okay, great. Well, hey, I appreciate those kind words.
Of course, buddy.
I wonder if maybe you can do me a favor. I know you got that reverse lookup deal.
Yeah.
My uncle, 81-year-old uncle, his air conditioner went out, and he had this guy that was going to fix his air conditioning, but he thinks something happened to him because his phone's not working.
Oh.
And he moved, and the guy moved to Fort Worth, and he's concerned about him. and he's getting ready to install this air conditioner for him. And if I give you a name, will it pull up somebody's address?
Yeah, I need to know roughly where they're at.
It's in Fort Worth.
It is Fort Worth? Okay. What's the name? First and last.
It's Eric, E-R-I-C. Matlock, M-A-T-L-O-C-K.
Let's see. Would he be, I've got a senior and a junior. Would he be 30 or 55?
Probably 55.
Okay. Looks like, oh, he's got quite the criminal record. Oh, hold on. No, it looks like it's all traffic. He just has a lot of traffic things.
He used to live on Yolanda.
That's the address I have for him. Let me see if I got another one. It says Yolanda. 5824 Yolanda Drive is his most recent address.
Yeah, that's what I looked up to the appraisal district. Well, he moved from there and he moved to Fort Worth, so.
So the only other one that I have under that name, let's see what the address history is, yeah, no, even this one says from 2013. You said he's moved from that one already?
Yeah, my uncle said he moved about 6 months ago to Fort Worth from Yolanda.
Well, Yolanda is in Fort Worth.
Right to another address in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
He thought he'd bought a house, but yeah, I looked up the appraisal district and I didn't. Okay, well that's fine. So I didn't know if that system would maybe help. I'm going to give him the name of another air conditioning guy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So it looks like this guy went AWOL on him, but he knows this guy. 'Cause
Really?
He lived a couple doors down, and he was gonna. He just his phone goes to email, doesn't work, and he was at this wedding, so he thinks that he might have had what might be in the hospital, or who knows. But
Yeah.
so,
Okay. Bummer.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Sorry about it.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, Chris,
My
you
pleasure.
have a good day. I appreciate your help.
You too, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, you too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Cool. All right, man. We're at an hour 40, so we're gonna go ahead and call it for the day because I don't think my stomach's gonna hold up any longer. I'm starved. So everybody have a good day. Thanks for everybody for watching, and hope you learned something.